Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69.
Nice.
Nice.
This group is the Winds of Change, as the party has recently split into two groups, following the separate tasks that the Traveler has set them on. In the other group's session last Friday, I narrated that you all left Stormhome Keep and dropped them off about an hour north of Thaliost. However, just rewinding time a bit, I will give the four of you time to do anything that you may still want to have done here in Stormhome Keep before leaving.
I would assume that a long rest has taken place by this time, because I'm still post-battle.
That depends. So you will have had an opportunity to long rest during the journey, but if you have something to do you want to do here on the keep before leaving, you will not have long rested yet.
Oh, wait, God, it's been so long, but I remember I'd had that conversation with the Traveler, I guess I'll call him, and I was like, hey, brother, I need a primal essence, and then he said, all right, well, I just made a dragon's heart appear down over in the other room, and we didn't really follow up on that. If I went and like looked over at whatever he made appear on, it's Daitan, right? This one?
Yes.
Yeah, Daitan's corpse.
I think we went over that. But if you don't have it on your sheet, I can look it up again.
Okay. I don't remember writing it down.
Okay. Let's see then. Harvesting and looting. Since I cannot remember what I gave to you last time, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Goodness.
Okay.
A high number.
Yeah, it is one very rare primal essence.
Very rare. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'll add that to my inventory then. Unless anyone else had any claim to it. I think that was from my question to him. So I think that probably should be good to go to me.
Take it, my dude.
We can discuss if not. All right. I will otherwise figure out where I'm at with that tattoo, but otherwise that is all I have in the post game.
What am I able to do in Stormhome before we go?
But that's really up to you. I was kind of just an open-ended question.
Am I able to buy components from spells, or is that not going to be available?
Stormhome's pretty dead, and you did move the last few remaining living occupants far south at this point.
Gotcha, that's where this was.
Yes.
I don't know what names are. Was the problem.
Okay.
I was desperately trying to remember what Stormhome was.
Yeah, Stormhome Keep is the castle dungeon. You guys just
yes. Then never mind. I've got nothing.
All right.
Carrick is ready to move on.
And I assume Nakareth is as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it was a full day's journey south to Thaliost before. So, you may all take a full day of downtime on the way there if you wish. And I'm going to go ahead and activate them out so we get some visual here. Let's see. I'm gonna just put this here, although that is very large. Hello.
Is a large map. Is a large crosshair.
There we go. This will be you guys, but for now you're basically right on top of the other group. I'll just have you separated. This is about as far as you got in a day's journey. So whatever downtime you may need to take, you can take that.
Okay.
now.
Would I not be able to take one since I'm driving?
Correct. Unfortunately.
That is fine since I cannot think of anything to do right now.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, you spent your downtime driving essentially.
That adds 1 progress to distilling arcane essences. Is that correct? Doing a whole day.
If you have all of your spell slots available
Okay.
when you start the
Thank
day, you may do
Does that take up all my spell slots to do it?
for the day? Yes.
Okay.
You essentially spend the whole day channeling all of your magic into this task.
Yeah, I've got a pending Arcane Essence project, so I can do the same thing, right? Just give it 1 more tick up from 3 to 4 out of 7.
Yeah, that's fair. This would have been after the last battle, so you all would have lost some spell slots, but I offered the other group the same option here of taking things a little out of order, taking a long rest first, and then downtime after, things like that, and it doesn't really matter. It'll add up to the same time, so that is fine. Yeah, you can work on essences if need be.
I would also like to work on my rare psionic essence.
All right, everybody.
Over the
Carrick drives while pretty much everybody in the ship either sleeps or just meditates and channels all of their energy into
transforming both myself and making essences.
Yes. All right, so that's the first day of travel. Zendrick is very far to the south, and at this point you've now dropped off the rest of your team just north of Thaliost. As you fly over Thaliost, you see a city completely on fire, almost entirely destroyed. You're not sure what's going on, but you hope that the rest of your team can handle whatever's going on out there, and you trust them. You've got your own important task to take care of. Notably, the Tower of Judgment, which you blew the top off of previously, seems to just be entirely replaced by a large pillar of flame. It's so much fire you can't even see the structure underneath it anymore.
Good lord. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Regardless, you continue south. So, let's see. I am going to just quickly measure some distances real quick. So we've got that. Okay, so roughly it's going to be roughly 3,000 miles of flight to get to your destination. And you are on a pretty fast vessel, but that is a long way to travel regardless. So this is going to be quite a few days of downtime in a row.
Can you ping our destination real quick?
It is not. It's a continent map. Zendrick is another continent. So I had to look up a world map real quick, but it is the continent
so
farther
it's
to the
not
south.
even on this map.
Correct.
I need a
well-
telescope to see the ping.
Yeah, Carrick will be like, seems like we got quite the journey ahead of us.
So
Do you guys mind stopping in a town first? Maybe pick up some supplies and do some shopping?
Oh, if we
Seems
can find
like a good
somewhere, that'd be
idea.
great. I need some scrolls. I'm hoping to finally get this tattoo project done that I've been working on for feels like years.
Well, that would be great. Yeah, I need some supplies as well. So
And I didn't want to mention anything, but we're out of rum.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. On the double then.
yeah, some drinks will be nice. I think Nakar drank all of it.
I've been just a little.
It's understandable, as Carrick will pat you on the back. He's like, "No worries, man. I totally get it.
I enable this behavior. I accept some gullibility.
We've been through some shit recently."
Just a little bit.
let me quickly throw this together. Just Jeopardy music. Insert that here. Would be
Oh no, we're in jeopardy.
great. Turn that off. Turn that off. This will not be to scale for measuring, but it at least should give you a visual. There we go.
Yeah.
This does not need token vision, no, or fog exploration. There we go.
my.
Here is great big map of Eberron. Here we're in Corvair. Zendrick is the big one to the south. So it's
Jeez.
basically another half Corvair height to get to the northern tip of Zendrick, where you're headed. At least the earliest place you could land in Zendrick that is part of the mainland. You can see a little bit of Arenal on the Corvair map. In the bottom right corner, there's a tiny island there. That's the start of Arenal. To give you some idea of the scale here.
I do like the sound of the Thunder Sea.
You're gonna cross it, although you'd be
sounds
pretty
loud.
high in the air over it, to be fair. All right, so you guys can travel at 30 miles per hour, so it's going to take you 100 hours of travel to get there. Is my math correct on that? It sounds correct. A roughly 3,000 mile journey.
Right.
So you can split it up as you will. A comfortable day of travel for Carrick would be 8 hours of piloting, but it is a psychically strenuous activity for him to do so, and he could risk levels of exhaustion if he tries to push beyond that. If he pushes through it every day successfully, though, you guys can make it there in 10 days.
And I'm certainly fine with him taking whatever rest he needs.
Are we in a particular rush? Is like there a time crunch on our mission?
It's the end of
It's
the
like
world.
the general one.
As soon as possible is better because shit's in motion to blow up another continent, another part of the continent.
But if our pilot passes out, then we can't go anywhere.
Right, yeah, I don't think that we
Right.
have such a targeted clock that we'd want to do anything excessive. I think a fair pace is really the most responsible choice here.
Well, I'm certainly not going to argue. Sounds good to me.
All right.
So Clemens can't pilot the ship, but she is a good navigator, so she'd be happy to assist with that portion of the work.
That would be great. Thank you, Clemens.
So with 8 hours per day of travel, you guys can make it there in 13 days.
All right.
All right. I think we're going to stop at a town in Corvair first before we went the full journey.
Okay. You do have some options along the way. Unfortunately, the first large handful are all Thrain, which does not sound ideal. I am sure. However, you will be passing New Seer on the way south, which you had stopped at previously, and you would probably have a number of allies there, considering you saved probably half of that town's population's lives now by transplanting them there.
Yeah, it might be good to check in and see how things are going there.
All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. So that will be after. Three days of travel. You guys could arrive at New Seer.
All right.
So,
baby.
as you travel, anyone, unfortunately, besides Carrick, may take 3 days of downtime on whatever activity they choose.
Oh, that finishes my essence, baby.
So I have 4 out of 7, so that would let me finish it, right? 7 out of 7.
Yep.
Okay. I just couldn't remember if it was 1 per day. Woo. How many of these things do I need? I forget. Oh, that's 1.
All right.
Oh, actually, wait. DM question. Okay, so I need a rare primal essence, and I got a very rare, which seemed like a good thing at the time. Can I either use a higher rarity for the lower rarity, or like break it down somehow? I'm using very video gamey logic here, and I know
Yeah.
that, but like,
It's a very video gamey crafting system. That's okay. I answered that question last time for Drost. There was no official ruling that in the crafting book, but I decided that you can use 1 higher tier for 2 lower tier in a project, or get the leftovers together for an
Or
extra
just-
rare essence later or whatever.
Hey, awesome. All right, so I can end up after this with an extra rare primal because I'm
Yes.
using the very rare.
I think that's
Super.
fine. The
Good
very rare
answer.
is so much more valuable that it's fine to put it like that.
Yeah.
Red.
All right. So, you all arrive at the outskirts of New Seer. This place was already a town full of recent refugees who were all too familiar with the pain of those that you had placed with in their care, placed with them. Most of the inhabitants of New Seer were previous inhabitants of Seer before it became the first Mournland, and now brought a boat full of people from the second Mournland, residents of Ondare, specifically Stormhome. As such, this town is not yet the most well developed. It has only existed for a few years here, but things are developing pretty rapidly. It seems like people from the surrounding area have been generous in the supplies given to these people, and well, Seer was famous for its craftsmanship and technology and just magic in general. So there's an interesting mix at the moment of makeshift tents and other structures and already pretty well fortified walls and stronger buildings near the center of the city, but nothing is luxurious yet. It is all very utilitarian. Everything is designed to just make life here as, well, easy as possible for these people. Your ship descends on the outskirts, and it is immediately recognized by those inside the city, and the guard lets you into the city right away. What would you all like to do while you are here?
I would like to go to a magic shop as soon as I can, and gonna be shopping for scrolls.
I'll join you.
Okay, any scrolls?
I'd like to go also.
All right. Any scrolls in particular you were on the lookout for?
I am looking for 3. It is Mage Armor, Shield, and Shield of Faith. All pretty low level spells.
Okay, Mage Armor, Shield, and Shield of Faith. Those are all first level, right?
Yep.
Okay. The shopkeeper immediately recognizes you and is instantly willing to give you a good deal. They do, however, inform you that times are tough right now, and they're not able to give you a deal better than what they purchased the items for, but they will not attempt to make a profit off of you.
Hell, I'll even tip. I respect these people, and I want them to have an easy time.
They greatly
Yeah, so
appreciate
much
your generosity.
more money than God. Not really worried about
They
it.
don't know that we just stole the whole fucking keep's worth of fucking
Oh,
money.
I'm just being very pleasant.
I'm gonna go to any kind of medical tent they have and try to help with medicine.
Okay.
Like, see what wounds I can help treat.
We will get to that in a second. Thank you.
Okay. Because while they're out shopping, I'll just do my thing.
Sounds good. So, first level scrolls are common magic items. So, the unprepared DM forgets to take his dice out for the session. There we go. All right. We're gonna roll. Oh. Okay. This was 3d6 times 10 gold points,
Oh no.
and I rolled 2 1s and a 5. So it kind of it worked out pretty well for you. So that would be 70 gold pieces for those 3 scrolls. Not too bad for relatively common magic.
50%.
And however much of a tip you would want to add on top of that, they would gladly appreciate.
Yeah, so 70 total, I'll give them 105 gold pieces and say, just, I'm so happy you're all doing well, and I want you to have a wonderful day.
You watch as this shopkeep's expression, who is already very happy to A, see you again, and B, have your business. He's going to talk to his family about this, kind of tell all his friends about this, but now is receiving extra funds from you, and you watch their happiness reach just a whole new level as they bow to you courteously and wrap up your scrolls in extra nice packaging before handing them off to you.
Oh, and I'm just beaming. I'm doing a little swoogity swooty dance on my way out the store because I finally have everything I need for my tattoo. I'm so happy. So yeah, I've just made a little show of myself, and now I'm out the door.
All right, who else is looking for scrolls?
I'm not looking.
I'll take a scroll. One scroll of secret chest. And does anyone in this party know sending?
I do not.
I believe Leroy was
Leroy
your
was-
sending bot before. No pun
Gotcha.
intended.
And then I'll get like. We should get some scrolls of sending. Then we'll get 2 of those.
Okay. And sending is so secret chest is 4th level. What level is sending?
I believe it's 3rd.
I think you're correct at that. It is 3rd. Yes. Okay. So so that is 1 uncommon scroll and 1 rare scroll. So that is.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Yes, the secret chest scroll is quite valuable indeed. And in fact, the first shopkeep you go to, unfortunately, is not able to offer you one, as they do not have any in their possession. They do, however, have a scroll of sending, which they will offer you for 300 gold pieces.
Sure. Gonna need to take some party funds.
Oh, I was gonna actually ask about that too. Since there's so much in the party funds, are we just comfortable using that for pretty much all of our transactions? I just don't see much point
Yeah.
in doing
I
otherwise.
certainly
It's
don't
very
have a
heavy.
problem with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take mine out real quick before you do yours then. 1, 4, 3, 9, 6. There you go. All right,
Cool.
All right.
Can you put the number in the chat for Clemens to take hers out too, real quick?
What do we? Sorry, what number?
What are we all supposed to get?
Yeah.
Are
Oh,
you dividing the
just
party
I thought
funds?
we were just taking like what we spend out of the party funds. I think
That's what I-
Probably needs to take
Okay.
more than her share, so she should probably just take her share and then spend from her stash.
Okay. So, Clements, if you're taking your share, I can take that out of the funds.
Thank you.
After these transactions, real quick. No, that's fine. So you would get 278 platinum.
Yep.
3,524 gold.
Would also like to do that.
I may have underestimated how much money we had.
We have a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
money.
it's a lot. It's like way more than you're gonna need. That was why.
Joint bank account.
Never
yeah.
mind.
Never mind. Okay, I'll leave
Alright.
it in the party funds then. Yeah, it
All
is.
right, then,
It
never
is.
mind. Okay.
That would overburden Clemens by 30 pounds.
Yeah, it's a lot of coins. You guys-
Could I have asked Faye to find me a scroll of dream and a scroll of sleep?
Sure. Keep that in mind
Yeah,
real quick.
retcon.
We'll wrap around to you when I'm done with the other.
Sorry,
That's okay. Just
I just remembered that I needed scrolls.
that's okay. Just remind me when I get through the other players that asked to do scrolls, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
So, Karik, since this is a relatively valuable scroll you're looking for here, the scroll of secret chest. I'm going to have you roll an investigation check, as I assume that's the most appropriate skill you would have. Alternatively, persuasion or something, but I feel like you'd be better at taking the investigation route.
Yeah, the only one I would make an argument for is perception to try and look around for a place that would sell it.
Okay, I'll take it. Sure, roll perception. Roll it.
All right.
Roll that skill if you're more comfortable with it. Okay. Yeah,
I'll flash a
unfortunately.
genius that.
Okay. Sure, up to a 14 then?
Yeah.
Okay. With a roll of 14, you do manage to find it, actually. It takes you a while, and you have to visit several shops, and one refers you to another, who refers you to another, but they all try to convince you to look at their other wares that they have on hand, but unfortunately, none of them are the scroll you need, which is very particular for the magic you were trying to perform. You do eventually find one. Unfortunately, this merchant does want a pretty penny for it. This merchant would like 12,000 gold pieces
All right.
for this scroll.
Real talk. I am looking to to make a bag of holding from this, and if it's going to cost way more than a bag of holding, I might as well just buy a bag of holding.
That does make sense, yes.
So he will instead buy a bag of holding, and he is also going to look and try and sell his what's the name of this thing? Heward's hireling armor.
Okay. So, going to sell an item. Go ahead and you can either make me a persuasion check, or you could pass this off to somebody if you'd prefer for them to sell it.
Oh, your boy's here.
He'd probably bring Faye along and
It peeks your head back in.
sell this thing. You want
Okay.
to help me out real quick?
I'm needed. Yeah. Yeah, negotiation master mode. What am I rolling?
Persuasion, please. All right.
I'll flash that too to make it a 20.
Okay. You find somebody who is incredibly interested in this item. They had never seen a set of armor that was so convenient, so many pockets. How much armor comes with pockets? And not just any pockets. These pockets are deep pockets. You can fit whatever you want in here. Incredible. They're willing to pay more than you expected for this item. What is the rarity on that?
Good question.
I forget. I can look that up real quick. Hireling armor is very rare. Oh. So you happen across a very wealthy merchant, apparently, who is willing to buy this off you for 7,000 gold pieces.
Ooh, mama.
Machi.
They appear to be already wearing some form of very fancy leather armor, and this would be much more convenient, of course.
I can tell it's going to look great on you.
Good.
You're gonna like the way you look.
All right, so you've sold that. You got, and you could look for a bag of holding. You said you're looking for, yes?
Right.
Okay. Much easier to find, and somewhat common here in New Seer, since they love their magic items here, and also it's a very useful item that will come in handy in everything they do here. So you managed to find a bag of holding for $300 gold pieces.
Sweet. And then, other than that, I was just looking for some charcoal, incense, and herbs for spell components. And I wanted to know if we had a brass brazier on the boat already.
You do not have a brass brazier on the boat already, but you could find whatever quantity of spell components you would need here. And you can just trade those one for one.
Yeah, there's no like price for a brazier, but he'll like get like a brazier to
Okay.
light them in and get 100 gold worth of.
Let's
incense.
say like 5 gold for the brazier, and then did you need a specific amount of incense and all that, or whatever you're?
100 gold worth.
Okay. Yep. Easily achievable, although you'll have to go to a few different stores to get that much supply. You can buy them out of stock repeatedly, but you do end up getting all of the incense you need.
Wonderful. And then lastly, he'd want to buy himself some studded leather armor.
Okay. Yeah, you can buy that at price, which I forget off the top of my head.
I can find it.
45 gold pieces, looks like.
Cool. Thank you.
Sure thing.
And yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right. Clemens, did we cover you yet?
No. So
What are you looking
as
for?
far as, so I should point out that Clemens is just happily, confidently walking around in silver flame armor and with a silver flame glamour weave cloak. She is in the company of the other people who were, far more visibly liked, I guess, than her. I don't know if she would have caused any trouble just by walking around like that.
I believe Clemens was part of the crew that helped transport people from Stormhome, so they would have recognized you from there. But also here in Breland, there's people are pretty neutral on the silver flame.
Okay. So she's looking for 2 components. First off, a gold inlaid vial of 400 gold pieces and a gem stone with a tear inside it worth 300. Would they happen to have either of those here?
Those items might need to be commissioned, so you might need to stay here a day to have a craftsman make them for you. Or you could get the materials yourself and see if one of your companions can make it on the way, or one of those.
And she probably don't have the time for this. She, in the long term, is looking to get +1 enchantments on her shield and her armor.
Okay, so you're looking for enchantment services, or are you looking to...
Yes.
Okay. So
actually, as far as the shield goes, if there's a +1 shield available, she might just be looking to buy that.
Okay.
She wouldn't want to get rid of her armor, though.
That's fair. So let's see. Wow, this document is dense with items now. Oh wait, there's not a subsection for armor. I have to scroll to it. Staff enchanting, jewelry enchanting, iron stone enchanting. Where's the armor enchanting? Did I scroll by it? Must have. Please hold.
Clemens is staring at a glass-blown little peacock that moves on its own. She really wants it, but it's completely useless.
Okay. The shield, a +1 shield. Here we go. A craftsman could get that done for you in a day, if you want your current shield enchanted. Or you could buy one for 900 gold pieces.
What would be the cost of getting it enchanted?
Getting it enchanted would be 600 gold pieces.
All right.
If you provide the shield and just let them work on it.
How much are we willing to spend a day here, guys, or do we want to be going as soon as possible?
If it's important to you to stay a day, I have no problem. I mean, I'm gonna be actually I'm gonna need someone to help me out with my project, and I think that the artificers were previously going to do that, and I believe Carrick, you're the only artificer remaining. So if Carrick is the only one who could help me with my project, maybe if we stayed a day,
Right.
Carrick could help me. we can talk about that. But basically, I have no issue.
Sorry, what was that? I had to walk away for a sec.
No worries. I'm for my tattoo. My skills are not good enough to do it by myself. I would almost certainly fail it. So I need someone who's good at this sort of thing to help me out.
Oh, sure.
I believe you might be. I can look at the abilities involved, but we'll see.
Yeah, Kirik would be happy to help.
Thank you.
Could I get my half plate upgraded on the same day, and how much would that cost?
To enchant it,
Yes, to enchant it to +1.
enchanting the full suit of armor will take about a week from a skilled craftsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's yeah, that's too long. Right. If we're staying one day, then I would like to commission that shield upgrade.
Okay. Would you like to also commission the other two?
Yes, please.
Things. Okay. So yeah. So you could spend 600 gold pieces to commission the shield enchantment, and then however much gold you needed for the spell components, you could just spend that and find somebody to make those.
So that would be 1,300. So 13 platinum. Is that correct? No, hold on.
130.
130 platinum.
Yep.
Whoops.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
And I would like to see if they have feather tokens available for sale. I don't want my bones to snap if they don't have to.
Yeah, you could certainly find some of those. How many would you want to purchase?
How much are they?
That does make sense to start there, doesn't it? Okay. Feather tokens.
We'll coat our airship in feather tokens.
Are pretty cheap. They mass produce these due to all of the airship travel, and they're also just useful in construction. So they have quite a few of them on hand here. You find them for 20 gold apiece.
Okay, then
buy a bunch of them, and they have them in.
I'll buy 10 of them, please.
All right, you may add 10 Featherfall tokens to your inventory.
I don't have access to the base item. Can you drag one onto my sheet?
Yes.
Unless I'm just looking in the wrong place.
I might have. Okay, feather token, Featherfall. Clements. There you go. Should have one of those.
Thank you much. All right. And I am looking for mundane stuff also. I'm looking for heavy fishing tackle that we can just attach to the rail of the ship and maybe do some fishing as we're going. And I'm looking for large quantities of rum.
Large quantities of rum. Okay. And fishing tackle. You could find some pretty good fishing tackle. This is, I mean, this place isn't near any huge bodies of water.
Right.
So unfortunately, this is going to cost you a little bit more because it's not a common good. So you could find some sets of fishing tackle. It seems pretty strong to you. You give it a test for 3 gold pieces each.
Okay. I'll get a set of that.
All right. And then large quantities of rum. Would you just be going for high quantity rum, or are you trying to find some good stuff as well?
1 cask of high quality to a pirate, and 1 cask of high quantity. 1 cask of high quantity. Yes, 1 of really good stuff, 1 of blessed stuff, and we'll mix them together if we have to.
All right.
And big old barrels that are going to require a big muscular dude to roll onto the airship. Somehow.
Oh yeah.
Big old caskets. So we'll say for the high quality one, 100 gold pieces.
All right.
And 30 for the cheap stuff.
All right, thank you.
We're worth it.
We are.
Plenty of booze. I mean, you've got an airship to transport it. I feel like it's only appropriate
Yes.
to load it up with as much booze as possible. All right. Anything else?
No, it's the longest booze cruise.
That is all that I am looking for. Thank you.
All right. So now we wrap back around to Nakareth. You wanted some stuff.
Well, I wanted to actually spend most of my day helping whatever refugees I could, because I have medicine skills. So help where I can.
Right.
Um,
You had some
but I
things
would
that...
also have wanted Faye, added a few things to Faye's shopping list if I could.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have me apply persuasion skills to whatever you need. So just let me know what you find, and then I'll do that.
So you needed a couple scrolls, right?
Yes, I needed. I wrote them down. I sent them to you, so I couldn't lose them. A scroll of sleep and a scroll of dream.
Scroll of sleep would be pretty cheap. That probably wouldn't be too bad. Dream might be a bit pricier though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit more rare magic. We'll see if you can find that. But the scroll of sleep you do find pretty quickly. It's used not just as an effective tool to deal with pretty much any hostile situation in a peaceful manner, but also some wealthier mages use it as a bit of a way to ensure they have a proper sleep schedule sometimes. So you managed to find a scroll of sleep for 400 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then dream, on the other hand.
400 damage. That feels like a lot for that one. Okay. We have so much gold.
The dice did not favor you there. I'm sorry. Dream is indeed a rare magic. So, could you roll me, or have Faye or Carrick, one of the people on the shopping trip, roll an appropriate skill for locating this in the large markets of New Seer? Whether that's a persuasion check, an investigation check, perception check, whatever you
I'm good at
think.
none of those, so Carrick, you might be better off helping on this one.
You said persuasion?
Yeah, you could do persuasion.
Oh, it can be persuasion. Oh,
kind
never
of
mind.
talk your way around, and
That was perception. Yep, there we go.
Persuasion or
Thank you.
perception. Okay. So you do manage to find this, although the mage you find who has it seems a bit shifty. It's a bit strange, and doesn't seem all there in the head, and doesn't seem to really want to part with the scroll, unfortunately. So they seem to throw out a price that they assume you will ignore. 27,000 gold pieces.
That's ridiculous. I don't need that badly.
Pretty bad.
That's like half of our gold. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Why do the dice hate me?
What's the purpose of this thing?
My Robe of the Reverie, my project.
Okay. In that case, let me try to reason with them. Yeah, I want to say, like, I understand if this is important to you, but there's a limit to what we can supply, even if we do want to support the business. And also, as you know, we're out here doing some really important work, and the better our supplies are for that, the more good we can potentially do for the rest of the country. So if you would consider a more possible price point, we would be happy to meet you there.
Roll persuasion.
That's not great.
Flash of genius.
Do you still have the D4 you can add to persuasion checks occasionally too?
Oh goodness, I
Possibly.
believe
I think you had a magic item that did that.
might. Ooh, on the
I remember you bought a set of magic clothes quite a while
oh
ago.
my god, the things I've like never used. Yes, D4. I'm doing it.
Hey, one per day.
Oh my god, 4 too.
That's a 22.
It's a 22? It's a 22? All right. Seems to consider this for a moment, and you seem to have calmed him a bit. He was a bit on edge when you caught him, and he was a bit unsure of the situation, and people asking for rare magics is strange and dangerous, but I'm going to go ahead and just re-roll the price using the same formula. And without a negative modifier this time. Okay. That would be 8,000 gold pieces. He drops down to a more reasonable, but still very expensive price.
Yep.
And what is our 1100 platinum convert to?
Times 10 for gold. So that's 11,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Wolf.
Still a lot.
It's still a lot. I mean, Nakarat, is there like?
Take it, ma'am.
I'm fine if you like. If this is huge for you, I'm fine with it. I'm just wondering, like, is there a more attainable way where we could get this in the
What level
wild?
is Dream again?
Dream is
I
the 5th
don't
level spell.
remember.
If that's what you're asking.
Yes. I don't know if that is more attainable elsewhere.
You know what? I mean, then you've got my blessing.
Thank you.
We did our best with the negotiations.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other options are to find somebody who can cast a spell, like a party member, who could then just use some materials to create that spell scroll. It's significantly cheaper, but yeah, when you don't have the right party members to do that, it can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, we don't have Leroy.
Yeah, you don't have Leroy
Nice
or
to meet you.
Eli.
Unfortunate.
But you do manage to get a dream scroll at a fairly high price of 8,000 gold pieces, but you got it.
Wait, did they have those spells prepared? Did they? I don't think so.
I think Leroy was pretty interested in it. I don't remember if he took it or not, though.
Damn it. Oh well.
They're a
Opportunity
world
missed.
away.
Yep. Yeah, and then whatever happens, spending time at the market for me, I think are the only other things. Unless Faye also wants to try to find me some silk, but I don't know if you have time for that.
Yeah, you could,
Listen, I'll find you some silk.
you could do that.
I'm sure that'll be quick.
Even I'm assuming all of this stuff takes place within essentially the day that you're all waiting anyways, so this is probably fine.
Yeah.
I should actually probably get some navigator's tools if I want to be navigating.
Okay.
I guess I'll find some silk myself then. I don't know.
Silk, how much silk do you need?
200 gold pieces worth.
Alright, you can go ahead and spend that.
Oh, sweet. Easy to find?
Yep, not too bad. Again, one of those things where you're buying it in such a large quantity that you may end up buying out several stores along the way, but Newseer is pretty large at this point, and there's lots of commerce through the area just in an effort to rebuild the place.
Can I just take that out of the platinum? That'll take us down to 1092.
That works.
Yeah.
Navigator's
Just 20
tools
platinum.
you could purchase for 25 gold pieces. And yeah, you can buy those silks. Anything else?
That's everything for unless could I find psionic essences or something to use as psionic essence?
You can try. That's gonna be gonna be a check.
All right, that may as well.
Okay, since I don't believe anyone else in the party has any kind of psionic related stuff, this would be a Nakareth check to make.
That's fair.
So go ahead and roll me, let's say insight on this one. You're good at insight, right? And
yes.
I feel like you're flexing your psionic muscles just like you do to try and read lies from people, to try and find any items that have latent psionic energy you could use for your magic.
Yeah, it'd probably be really noticeable if I summon my mask, so I think I'll not do that for advantage.
If you
I don't
put
want
a
to weird
mask over
everyone
your...
out.
It's also an aggregated check for the whole day, so unless you could keep the mask up all day, that would be kind of tricky.
No, it's only 10 minutes at a time. All right, so let's roll it.
Oof.
28.
All right. You look through the markets just for any kind of trinkets, odds and ends, anything that somebody might have left a psionic imprint on. And some things bear some energy here and there. There are some jewelry with dragon shards in them that have some energy just latently, or things of that nature. All too expensive to really be worth buying for the tiny amounts of power that are in there. But then you find this doll.
Oh no.
It almost blinds you to look at it. You can just feel this energy radiating off of it. It's dark, but it's also light. It's uncomfortable to be around, but you're sure if you could manage to harness whatever powers in this, it would serve as a pretty strong helping of psionic energy.
Oh, Jesus. Did I just find a cursed doll?
Don't put that evil on me, Nakaris.
Well, perhaps Faye could help me with this. I'd like to buy it. Excuse me, how much for this doll, sir?
The stall that you approach is essentially just like a little odds and ends stall that essentially somebody who has set up more or less a yard sale, but more official than that, just a little like flea market place. And they only charge you 5 silver for it.
Oh god, this is gonna be way more trouble than it's worth. Okay.
I'll go on record that I hate this. I hate everything about it.
Hey, I'm a bad luck bomb anyway. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm sure this is like invoking one of the goddamn cards you drew. Like, this is going to be rain hell. Fun fact, hey, and by extension, Charlie is fucking terrified of puppets and dolls. So
I do have confirmation that you bought it.
Yes.
So you touched it? You did the thing?
Double checking.
I'm doing the thing.
All right.
Shopkeeper says no need for money.
You purchase it. You pick it up. You put it in your pouch.
Mm-hmm.
You walk away.
Yep.
I'm not okay with this. It's gonna drink all the rum.
Oh, absolutely! It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it'll probably be when I'm asleep, when someone's asleep.
You can add a rare psionic essence to your inventory.
Oh, I don't have to do anything with it?
You can just use the power in your crafting later. Essentially, the psionic essences in general are like generic components. Like Faye has a dragon heart that's counting as a primal essence, for example. Like it's just like something that counts as a source of power to use in crafting.
Oh, okay.
However,
I was
if you look at your inventory, you'll notice something has broken.
Oh, what broke?
Oh, no.
A little ways after walking, you hear a cracking noise, almost in your head, more than with your ears.
Oh no!
And a feeling of panic comes over you.
I checked through my bag, trying to figure out what broke.
Nothing in your bag appears broken.
It's just your heart.
My items.
You look through and, one by one you check through each item, but then realize there's one thing that you've had on you for forever that it's almost become a part of you that you don't even think about anymore. It's something you never take off in any circumstance. You reach up to your amulet of proof against detection and location, which is now broken.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I would like to start panicking and try to find a place to fix it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna add to the quote book. I would like to start panicking.
Roll panic.
How bad is it? Let's find out. Roll that wisdom. No. Oh shoot! I accidentally did a self roll. Whoops. Earlier, but whatever.
There we go. I would like to start panicking is now in the quote book. Right after, no matter how powerful or wretched someone is, defecation always happens by Leroy.
Was that in the other group session?
Yes,
or did
it
I
was.
just miss that?
That was the
Incredible.
other group session. I believe that was his thesis on why every city has a sewer system. Anyways. You begin looking around town for anyone who might be able to fix this. Then you remember you have an artificer friend.
Oh. Right.
So you could either try to find somebody in town, or you could go to Carrick. That's up to you.
I'll probably try going to Carrick first. See
Right.
if he has time. Or how long it might take.
So Carrick, Nakarath brings you this broken amulet, which you immediately recognize. It's a very common piece of magic for the paranoid or those who have secrets to keep. The proof of detection against proof against detection and location. There we go. That's the wording. Which blocks divination magics of all kinds. You think you could take a couple hours to try and repair this? You wouldn't need many materials. You would hope.
Yeah, I got some tools on me. I can try and do this right now. Take me a little bit.
Thank you.
All right. Carrot, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Or rather, let's go with Tinker Tools, and you would have expertise in that as an artificer. So intelligence plus expertise. And this is a crafting roll, so other temporary bonuses like guidance, bardic inspiration, etc. do not apply. All right, you take a couple hours and you work with this necklace, and you feel like you're able to patch up whatever happened to it. It seems like the enchantment on it was just forcibly torn open by something, and there's not much physically wrong with it. You're able to kind of patch up here and there where there's some twisting and kind of buff out some of the scratches and things of that nature, and kind of re-groove some of the runes. It seems to function. So you give it back to Nakara.
Oh, dear.
Seems fine to me. Looks like it's working.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe keep it away from that doll. I don't know.
Yes, perhaps I was careless, thinking I could handle whatever this thing would throw at us. But now I fear I may have exposed these people to trouble. Or us, if any quarry are in the area.
Well, let's hope not. Would you like to stick around to find out, or?
We should be here if anything goes wrong, so probably.
Okay.
Karth,
Mm-hmm.
you put it back on and start to attune.
Uh-oh.
And then you hear that same shattering noise in your head that you heard before.
And is it broken again?
You look down at the amulet, and it's broken in almost the same way it was before.
Damn it.
You need to tie that doll to the mast before repairing it again. Or better yet, just suck its soul out right now.
I still need one more psionic essence. So I
handle another doll.
can't. I searched everywhere and only found this one. I don't think anything else will. It would be very hard to even find.
Hey Clemens,
another
you
one
got?
in the city.
Do you have any magic items on you?
Does she have any magic items on? She holds up her unattuned Ruby of the War Mage. Only this.
You want to hold on to a doll while we go to until we head to the ship? Seems to be messing with Nakar's stuff.
All right.
It might. I
sure.
don't think you get to choose what it breaks.
When she puts her hand to the scarf around her neck, she says, "Oh, it breaks things. Can't we put it in a box or something that's protected?"
Ooh, I just bought this bag of holding. I don't want it to break the bag of holding.
Yeah, that seems like it might result in disaster.
Yeah. That seems so.
I
put it on a leash.
I think if Faye, do you have remove curse perchance?
I do not. I'm limited in my capabilities, unfortunately.
Shit.
I really don't think this thing's playing favorites.
Hold on. I actually do have remove curse.
Shit.
Hey, try
You want
that
me to
first.
cast it on the doll or on the amulet?
The doll.
I don't know. You think if I do it on the
know.
doll, it will remove its essence-iness? I mean, you're not going to lose out on much money, but...
Can we... Do I know if remove curse would be more effective on the item or my amulet?
I
Roll
would
insight.
give you advantage on this, since they are just trying to figure it out as well.
On Clemens's many adventures across bizarre islands where there are lots of hermits who commune with the dark and not very okay magics, has she heard any stories of this kind of magic? Of any creepy dolls of any kind? That's totally something she'd be interested in.
Roll Arcana. See if that's come up in Clemens's informal and formal training of Arcana. Okay. So let's start with what Nakarath got on the insight check. Nakarath, you're not certain this is entirely a curse.
Oh.
But psionic energy and psionic magic in general is just strange. And you're not certain that you can separate one from the other here.
Shit. Well,
You do feel like if you could redirect this energy into some other form or reshape it, that might help. So if you were able to use it to craft something, then you think this effect might go away.
Maybe it would be best just to get back on the ship quickly.
Yes, I don't want to lead these people to trouble. I don't know how close the Kiori are. We haven't seen them since we stopped in this woods. Oh, you weren't there for that shit. Where the fuck was that?
That was the Everwood or something, right?
It's gone now, I think. Silverwood?
Not really important.
Perhaps?
That might be it.
Yeah. Because I think it was right above the black caps.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen them in a while. I don't even know if they could be close or how long it would take them to find me. Hmm. Yeah, I think we should leave as soon as we can.
Well,
Well, I guess I'll get my shield back and tell a couple of people that I won't be getting those components from them. If it's a matter of your soul, then it's more important than magic items.
Well, I am pretty sure I could fend off those demons, especially with your help. I just worry what they might do to these people.
Yes, that's a valid concern.
And rooting them out is rather difficult since they are so subtle.
So Clemens will go back around and cancel those orders. Does she get any kind of a refund or not?
They would take, since they had already begun on some of the work, they would take about 10%,
Okay.
and leave you with the other 90%.
I apologize. My bad luck continues.
yeah, we're in for a penny, in for a pound.
Mhm.
Let's yeah, I guess let's get moving then. If this is kind of compromising our position, is there anything else crucial anyone needed before we go? Any final component for work we could do on the road?
Just wanted to ask the DM if we had any food stocks on the boat.
That is a very good question.
I believe you had quite a bit, because you had stocked up on food to feed all of the Stormhome
Didn't they eat that?
refugees. But then I think you stocked up on food for them, and then there was a lot of create food that happened on the boat because people remembered
Gotcha.
that they had that, which reduced that a lot. So I felt like we had okay. Oh boy. The problem with the old party funds document is it was kept by like several people with different formats of note taking. Other loot, not sure what. Great. Excellent note.
How to induce internal screaming in the DM. 3 easy steps. The first step
Party
is
notes.
the only one.
Blank party potions.
The others are just continue screaming.
Let's just say that for now, you have enough food to not be worried.
Okay.
Sounds good. Let's get the hell out.
It's just a vast quantity of rations that were ready to feed the entire crew of the ship when you commandeered it. And then you have not touched much of since you've only had really like a week's travel on this thing so far. About.
Clemens really wants to commission some cannons, but she knows that we don't have a crew to man them. So she will endure the internal pain for now of not having cannons.
I know. I want to make a loading bay so bad.
It's a deep pain, the no cannon pain.
Yes, it is. That feel when no cannon.
All right, so you'll get back in the ship and take to the skies yet again. Carrick, you've already been driving some today, so go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw as you try to push yourself mentally here to command the ship to move once again without rest. Easy enough. You're getting used to this piloting beyond 8 hours thing, but it's still taxing. So you managed to. Yep.
In solidarity, Clemens will not partake of the rum until Carrick gets off his shift.
Very respectful. Would you like to keep pushing farther than 2 hours?
You think we're far enough, Nakarath?
In 2 hours, you could get about 60 miles away.
Probably. I hope.
Essentially to the mountain range to the south.
Let's rest for the night.
All right. So you park the airship high above the Seawall Mountains. That was a sideways name. I had to cock my head for that. Don't you love maps? The Seawall Mountains, you are quite far above them. You stop the ship there and turn in for the evening.
Probably take watches.
Yeah, who would like to take watch?
Before we go to bed, Carrick is gonna do some stuff. He will obviously set up some infusion on his new studded leather armor, and then he's going to put out this helmet in front of everybody and say, well, I assume they're all sharing drinks and relaxing for the evening. Say, I made this this helmet. Really helps you kind of stay in the game and notice your surroundings. If anyone wants to use it, it does take an attunement slot, but the Helm of Awareness, I put it in the chat, gives advantage on initiative rolls, and you can't be surprised.
I will take it if nobody else really wants it. I have
Assuming that would
slots
count
open.
as armor, right, Dan?
If it's just a helm, no, it would not count as armor.
I already have a huge initiative bonus, so I don't need it.
Ooh, my initiative bonus is pretty low. And I think I have attunement open. No, I might not. No, I'm gonna leave it. Someone else can have it who has spots open.
All right, then I will take that. Thank you.
No problem. I also want to tune from these ventilating lungs if anybody wants to use them.
Hmm.
Find them unsettling. I will pass.
Do they specifically count as armor? I can't wear them with other armor.
The ventilating lungs are not armor, and I'm not
Okay.
sure why they're copied in there as armor. Probably because I fucked up.
I'll take both of those for the moment since I have 2 open attunement slots.
Have at it. One of them relies on me keeping it infused, but yeah,
Gotcha.
I'll let you know if I remove infusion on that.
Thank you.
All right. Very nice. So do you have both those on your sheet? I assume. Carrick, I'll just drag them over.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep, sounds good.
The ventilating lungs should now be on Clemens' sheet. The Helm of Awareness should now be on Clemens' sheet.
They are both on. Thank you.
Sure. Sure thing. All right. Anything else? Well, who is taking watch? I guess I should ask. And anything else before you turn in?
Sorry, one more thing.
Sure.
Carrick is then going to spend an hour that night casting Find Familiar.
Okay. Yeah, you bought the supplies for that earlier. That works indeed. You all are down here. It's very large. And far to the south, you'll see a token above a mountain range, just south of Nusir. All right, and that's where you currently are.
All right.
All right.
What form of familiar do you summon?
So I believe the 5e fox is CR0, so I can do that. I would do a fox.
I think the summon familiar has a specific list of approved.
I believe it does, but I think they're all like CR0 beasts. So I know that there have been like other books where it's like there's been like a CR0 beast that they release, and they're like, this is an optional find familiar animal or something.
Okay. Yeah, let me take a double check of the fox to make sure it's not. The top
I think
of
it's
my
from
head,
the.
it's from Icewind
I think it's from
Dale.
the Icewind Dale book. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks fine. You can have a fox. I'll allow it.
Dope.
Nothing crazy on that top line.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about a token tonight. I can send that to you later.
Okay.
Cool. And he'll summon a little fox around and be like, "Hi, little buddy."
So yes, when Dale Stat Block has a white fox, since it comes from like a snowy region, but like what kind of fur does your fox have?
I would think since it's like a spirit fox, so I think it would be like a, I don't know, like a white but like a glowing blue almost.
Okay. Pretty cool. So it's in the light it looks white, but in the dark it's got almost like a blue tint to it, as if the dark doesn't quite shade it as much as it would everything else around it. Very slightly glow in the dark.
Oh, I love them.
All right, very cute. Anything else before you turn in and start taking watches?
I'm all good. And I would be happy to take the first watch using my wary helm, trying it out, staring at the mountains and stuff below.
All right, go ahead and give me perception. All right. You sit atop the ship, looking out over the clouds and the mountains below, and off in the very far distance you can see just the edges of fog that form the Mournland the First. It's a pretty
Lovely.
peaceful night. You're a little paranoid, because Nakarath did say your enemies were subtle and moved in strange ways and had all sorts of crazy abilities. And as you sit there this night and you look around, you occasionally catch one of your shadows just also watching, looking out over the mountains, over the fog, over the clouds. For a little bit, you feel like they've got your back, and your watch passes uneventfully. Who do you wake up?
I'll wake up Nakarath.
Okie doke.
Okay, so Nakarath will probably be meditating, right, Nakarath? Or do you sleep but not dream? Is that the thing?
I sleep but don't dream. And sleep, but I remain like lucid within my dreams,
Right.
which are also the memories of my quarry.
Well,
so yeah.
tonight
So I need to
you do dream.
figure out how that's gonna. Oh shit! I'm immune to any spell that makes me have to dream.
Yep.
Oh shit!
You see a memory, but a memory of after you were bonded to your quarry. So it's a memory of your quarries as well. But not everything's right. It's a memory of one of the last times you saw your homeland. One of the last people, one of the last friendly faces you saw. Yes, hello, Lily. You see Novakri. The woman you loved before you fled. Her and your whole monastery being overrun by Corey as you sought escape, keeping your knowledge and anything you could safe from them. Not purely a selfish flight, but you had an important responsibility as well. At least that's how you remember it, but dream's a little different. You see Navakri seemingly being captured, but then turning to chase you. And as she almost catches you as you flee, you are shaken awake by Clemens.
God damn it.
Are you okay? Your teeth were clenched. You're having a bad dream.
I think they. I didn't realize how useful this amulet really was. I think they already found me.
Oh dear. I'm sorry.
Would I know how to try to flush one out of my own dreams? Or would I have to wait until I go back to sleep?
You do know that you are automatically lucid in your dreams. And that's normally the only way to interact with the quarry.
Okay, so I think the next time I go to sleep, I'll have to try to interact with the dreams. Well, that'll be fun. But for now, I will stand and take watch.
All right. Give me a perception check, please.
Be helpful if I knew. There it is. Perception. 13.
All right. You're a bit lost in thought, at least at first, during your watch. Because so recently we're a bit shaken up, emotionally, mentally. And your thoughts drift to just the stars above as you try and process the situation and try and think of a way out of it.
Yep.
But eventually, you calm yourself, and your significant training as a monk kicks in, and you take hold of your emotions, and you live in the moment for now, and you focus your attention on what's important, and you keep watch on your surroundings. You keep watch on your own mind, too, just in case. But from no direction, outward or inward, do you detect any intrusion, and your watch passes uneventfully.
Oh, good. Then I will wake up Faye for the last watch.
All right, Faye. You are up. Give me that perception check.
Oh, my old reliable plus 0. Oh, baby. Ain't nothing getting by me.
Faye, you're lucky this morning as the sun begins to rise, as you're just on the edge of the horizon as you begin your watch. And that light assists you in keeping watch of any possible threat that could be coming towards you. You watch the sun paint the mountains below slowly as it moves across them, obstructed a bit by the fog, but your watch too passes uneventfully. And it is the next morning. So, at the start of a new day, the floor is yours. What do you all do?
Oh, I didn't have another. I didn't go back into my dream.
Not tonight.
Right.
Fuck. Okay.
So quick sidebar for the for the creation of a downtime project, my difficulty is 16. What skills or abilities, what have you, can be used to do that? Because I want to see who I can enlist for this, since Carrick is driving the ship.
So I think I would have listed that when I DM'd you. Trying to track down that
I
DM.
did. Okay. No, if it was
It should be next to the difficulty check. Let's see. I'll scroll up a bit.
Oh yeah, I must have missed that part. It's 24 hours and 16 difficulty, but
It was probably Arcana.
That seems likely.
Which is why you
but I
needed.
don't. Did I DM it to you, or did I get it to you some other way?
I think it's not possible for you not to have DM'd it to him, given the circumstances.
God. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know if it was ever DM'd. I feel like we talked about a lot of stuff aloud, and like I thought I wrote down everything, but I didn't get the skills.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I must have just missed that then. This would be an enchanting check then, which I believe is Arcana, but let me double check that. Okay, enchanting is Arcana indeed. So it'd be an intelligence Arcana check.
Okay, what's the Arcana check bonuses for everyone in the group?
I've only got +4. I am not classically trained.
Plus
Zero.
9.
Zero.
Plus 9, Carrick. Okay, yeah, I am. I'm only +5, so I'm somehow I'm gonna need. Oh, he's the only one who can do the ship, isn't he?
Well, how long does your project take? Maybe we can take a break for a bit. And,
It's 24 hours.
Yeah, we can take a day.
Okay.
Or 2.
Yeah, you can only make up to a single person can only contribute 8 hours of progress towards a task per day.
Gotcha.
2 hours of that can be done during a long rest if you have no other long rest activity to do.
Okay, so
Okay.
2 hours. How many days of travel do we have left?
10.
So I could spend one day doing like 4 hours of the day
Mhm.
with you, and then 2 hours each night after that.
Right. Okay. What are the rules for like guidance, flash, what have you for these roles?
Nothing.
Can you boost them at all?
Nope.
Nothing.
No
Okay.
boosts.
What about enhanceability?
Oh,
Since that's like a concentration over a long period of time type deal.
It specifically calls out that no advantage or bonus to a crafting roll outside of the ones specified within the system applies. Yeah, because it is this system trades the length of time that the other system used for the difficulty of the crafts. So if you're to use any other way to make the difficulty of the crafts easier, then you would just be getting the best of both worlds, and it would be just free basically at that point.
Sure.
Gotcha.
It's gated by DCs essentially, so they try to avoid bonuses messing with that. It's like a even stricter bounded accuracy basically. Let's see. For assisting someone in crafting, I remember there being a note about that. Crafting rolls. You can take 10 by spending twice as long on the task if you want to. That is a thing in the system. So if you have a high enough bonus and you're okay with that, you can just do that. Otherwise, you roll. And I believe I can't find it, but for some reason the idea is lodged in my head that assisting someone in craft, you both roll and the higher gets used.
Wait, do you
Gotcha.
take 10 rule meaning he would get 10 plus his bonus?
Correct. If you
Ooh.
take twice as long, so it would
If
be
you
4
take
hours per check instead of 10 hours per check. 2 hours per check. So it would be a 48-hour craft at that point, essentially. But each time he makes a check, it would just automatically be a 19.
Now, with the failure rules, if I had like a failure to, could I then do the take 10 thing and like reset the failures just if it takes twice as long?
Yep, you could do that.
Okay, there's the fallback option. All right, super. So good. Yeah, then yeah, okay, Carrick. So if we can take like one day with you working on it and then we can just do it off hours, that should be okay. Thank you. I will do. If there's any like essences you need created that I can work on during this time, just let me know. Yeah.
Sounds good. Won't need them for anything at the moment, but yeah, maybe in the future.
All right. Then I'll do the helping thing when we do it, so I can just roll as well. And if I happen to roll higher, we can take that.
All right.
Sounds good.
So the math for the journey actually did end up to 12 and a half days of travel. So, and I rounded up to 13. So if you took a half day of crafting now, it would still be 13 days total to get there, which would be 10 days left, essentially, including today.
I'm in favor of that then. Anyone else?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
All right. So we'll assume then that Carrick starts the day off with 4 hours of travel, just to get you a little farther away from that city. So I'll go ahead and move you 120 miles south. There we go. And then Carrick and Faye, go ahead and make me Arcana rolls for the first check of this. All right, that is a success. You may mark down one success, Faye, out of 12, I believe. If it's a 24-hour, yeah, it should be 12. And then another check from each of you for the second 2-hour period. Another pass.
God damn.
Great, so you have 2 out of 12 passes. And that is Carrick's work for the day, as he spent 4 hours flying and 4 hours crafting. Faye, you spent 4 hours crafting. Would you like to spend any more time crafting?
Anyone else in the party have any arcane crafting and such that they need done? Otherwise, that's all I need for me.
Nope.
Okay.
I just need my psionics.
All right. Sounds good. So the other two of you, what are you doing for the 8-hour day?
I will channel Arcane Essence.
Okay, you can make some progress on that. Same for you, Nakarth?
Yeah, I would channel my psionic essence. I don't remember if we said, would I get any bonuses for the uninterrupted second half of sleep from last night?
So I think how we arranged it before is that
I forget.
You can do one of these crafts per 24-hour period, or 8 hours of progress per 24-hour period. But if you had a full day of other stuff and you wanted to then make your 8 hours of progress at night, that's when you could apply that to this, if that makes sense.
All right, yeah. Okay, cool. Then I would like to apply my 8 hours of progress.
There you go.
So that's 1 out of 7 days.
Yep.
Right. All right. Cool. That's my day.
All right. So that day passes. You travel a good bit farther south from New Seer towards Zendrick. Do you keep watch this evening as well?
Was I able to spend 2 hours at long rest helping with crafting or no?
Yeah, as part of a long rest, if you have not already done 8 hours of crafting in the day, you may take 2 hours of crafting.
Another one.
So, yep, that could be another third check for the day.
Shit!
Unfortunately, that is one failure.
Actually, I can flash of genius myself.
You cannot on a
Or
crafting
it's
check.
not. Okay, I can't.
Rip.
Unfortunately.
You hear a doll chuckling somewhere.
Worth it. Worth trying.
Worth trying. That would only be a 14 out of
Mhm.
16 too, anyways. So.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Could've
but
flashed
hey, we
Faye.
tried. So you do not
Um,
mark down a success for this, and as long as you don't get 3 failures in a row, all that you do is lose time.
Okay, so we can do the next one as normal, but if we get 2 failures, we're definitely going to do the double time for 1, so we can reset that counter.
Make sense?
Okay.
All right. So a watch for the night, or are you just gonna YOLO it, get extra sleep in?
And I'm gonna watch.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's let Carrick rest, and we'll do a round of the 3 of us.
Okay. Can I just get a perception check from
okay.
each of you then? Let's expedite this process a tiny bit.
Oh, baby.
Nakarth, please. Thank you.
Sorry, I was.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So, yep, the 3 of you keep watch for the evening, and it's pretty uneventful. You're up in the sky. The only real thing you got to watch out for is other things that are flying through the wide open space around you. So you're pretty confident nothing is approaching you this evening. And we start the next day. Carrick, are you flying the ship for the full day?
Yep.
All right, so there are 9 days left. This will bring it down to 8 days left. I'm just gonna move you. Is that 270 miles? There we go, something like that. Getting there. 9 days or 8 days left after today. And if Faye and Carrick want to make that check again, that's 1 more 2-hour period of crafting.
Yes. Thank God.
1 success.
All right. So I'll take the failure out.
And
Order
Nakarth
there.
and Clemens, you may continue progressing on your essences, I assume.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I'm just going to bring us, since we're essentially off the Corvair map after today, I'm going to bring us back to the Eberron map. So, 8 days left of crafting. Another watch. Can I get some perception checks from you 3?
Mm, 17.
All right. Another uneventful evening as you fly south. Now you're starting to get over the ocean, though, and you can see the Thunder Sea ahead of you, and it does live up to its name. It seems as though the entire sea is constantly covered in storms, and you're very happy that you're in an airship, not an ocean ship.
This might not be the best place to start fishing.
Might be pretty tricky. You could certainly try, though.
We could always be more on lightning.
It is true. All right.
It's always a big fish.
So there are 7 days left of journey. Carrick drives 8 hours. Or there's 7 days after Carrick drives 8 hours. You may all mark down more downtime, and you may make more checks if you so desire.
I'm gonna
I
try
finished my essence.
before that. I'm gonna try something different this day. During the day itself, I'm gonna try at least one go at crafting by myself.
Okay.
If I fail it, I'm gonna stop. If I pass it, I'm gonna try one more. Because I'm just like, because if it gets to, anyway, there's one. Okay, I fail it. So then I would have stopped there. Of 1 failure on the books for that day, and then, well, I guess I'll do another one to be on top of Carrick's for the evening. Hopefully, I pass this.
You do.
I do. That's rad.
1
All right.
success.
And no failures. So
That's right.
4 of 12. Not great.
All right. So, Clemens, you finished your essence?
Yes.
All right. You may add that to your inventory. And
Thank you.
a round of perception checks, please.
I got 25 on that.
Excellent.
Ooh, yeah, fake on the game. That now.
Perception. Where the fuck is it?
The crit success, crit fail, cancel each other out. All right.
And a 14.
You guys are deep over the Thunder Sea now. It is very difficult to very difficult to see anything in any direction that isn't just storms at this point. Everything else is on the horizon in different directions. It's kind of bleak and unfortunate. There's sun above you, fortunately, but everything below you, there's not much variation in the terrain. There's not much fun things to look at. So you're glad you have some activities to occupy you with the crafting and the driving and the like. And the night passes uneventfully. How many days have we had now after shopping? That was day 3 after shopping, I believe.
Okay. I thought I zoned out and missed a day 4.
I think that was day 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think we had 10 days from
believe so.
New Seer, and as of today, there are 7 days remaining.
All right, I'm going insane.
Okay. So, day 4. Carrick flies for 8 hours. There are now 6 days remaining. Faye, you trying more checks today before Carrick jumps back in?
Recheck. Okay, failure.
1
dropping
failure.
it.
Okay.
See what we do with Carrick.
Yep.
Beautiful.
1 success.
1 more and no failures.
Excellent. The other 2 of you may progress downtime as you choose.
Clemens is going to offer the essence that she distilled to anybody who wants it. It's a little glass vial with a single thread in it that shimmers through all the colors of the rainbow. Since she has no use for crafting anything.
What is it?
Uncommon arcane essence.
I have nothing to use it for at the moment. We can just put it in the
Okay.
in the,
just hold
in the
on to it
storage.
for now.
All right. Cool. Nikarath just chipping away at that essence, I assume?
Yeah, I'm at 4 now,
All right.
out of 7. So I'll be able to make it before we're done with this journey.
Round of perception checks.
Oh, nat 1 to nat 20. Glow up of the year.
Wait, did mine go off?
Did
No.
not seem to.
There it is. 13.
All right.
I'm
Again, still directly over the Thunder Sea. Not much is going on right now. And thankfully, no one seems to be pursuing you or approaching you from any other direction.
back. Thank goodness.
So, we begin the next day. There are 5 days remaining after Carrick drives for 8 hours. And you may do your downtime as you have fun.
Okay. Come on now. Hell yeah.
Success.
All right.
You have technically space for 2 more attempts before you would
Oh, I sure
split
do.
off for Carrick's. Yep,
Another one. Okay.
that's a
Waiting
failure.
for Carrick.
All right. Sounds good. And Clemens and Nikarth.
Yep. I did mine.
Yep, at 5.
All right, just more essence crafting.
Yep.
You may mark off another success, Faye, as Carrick has aided you this evening.
Oh, king.
And round of perception checks, please. We're just gonna speed through these days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Dun, da, 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 da. Dun, da, da, da.
You're starting to see
Days
Zendrick
of
on the
old.
horizon, or at least some of the islands near it. Though you have a port in mind that you're navigating towards that Clemens knew of before,
Yes.
and Clemens is navigating towards. This port is... Where did it go? All of my tabs got renamed because of ads loading on the page. Don't you love that?
Oh no.
Stormreach. You're headed towards Stormreach, which is essentially a town run by pirates, where the rules are more like guidelines, and well, everything is chaos.
Lovely.
Sounds like Clemens's perfect port, which is why you are being navigated there.
Yeah,
And it's
she's
also the most northern port of Zendrick, so it works out.
Yeah, Carrick on the way there would have been like, so, what do you know about Zendrick?
Oh, not much. I never went very far south. I hear it's a nice place. If you like horror and monstrosity. Is that true, do you know? I've always
I'm not
wanted
the
to go
biggest
further
fan
south.
myself.
Well, I suppose this will be a time to face our not big fans of things.
I guess so. Well, pirates sound fun at least.
Oh yes, they're very fun. Some of the finest nights and even some of the finest mornings of my life was spent there. There's the trick is you don't want to ask for the rum. You want to ask for euphemistic things that sound like rum. If you just ask for the rum, straight out they know you're not really a pirate.
So it's not like a bring your own rum situation.
Oh, you're
BYOR?
very much encouraged to bring your own rum and to give it to everybody who asks.
Understood. Well, it's a good thing we got a lot.
Yes.
Clemens came prepared. All right. So, it is the start of the new day. New checks, indeed. New day, new checks.
Come on, Fate. Come on, baby.
Carrick,
Hell yeah.
that is a success with a 16, the exact needed number. Carrick drives another 8 hours, so there are now 4 days remaining in the travel. And Faye, would you like to continue testing your luck?
You know what? Yeah, one more.
That was a failure.
Hubris.
You come up with some notes that you'll show to Carrick later, and Carrick arrives to help you out. See how that check goes. Unfortunately, at this, well, you can try as well to see if you cover it for this check. You do.
Hell yeah.
You and Carrick, putting your minds together, managed to figure out what had gotten stuck in your head earlier, and with a flash of genius, everything makes sense, and you finish off that portion of the craft. All right. So that is that for those two today. Clemens and Nakarth, still essences?
Yep.
Still licenses.
All right.
We are very essential.
Round of perception checks, if you would. Oof.
This home is working well, thank you.
Hell yeah.
You all notice that it's starting to get a lot colder here,
Oh dear.
but you're managing.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, the night passes uneventfully. New day, new checks. Carrick drives another 8 hours. There are 3 days left on the journey. Nakarth completes a rare psionic essence. Excellent.
Baby.
Faye gets another success on her crafting check.
12.
11 out of 12, you said?
10.
10. Ooh, getting there. Gonna try your luck some more?
Alright. I'm gonna try one more. Oh,
That's a success.
Oh my god.
One more check for the day besides the
me
one.
and Carrick are gonna finish this together.
All right. Saving it to finish with Carrick later.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Speaking of finishing it later with Carrick, let's go ahead and handle that.
Let's fucking go. This is gonna be a time we both.
One failure with one check to go.
Okay.
We'll have to finish it tomorrow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's still a few days left on the journey.
We're so close. We can feel it. We're right there.
Nakarth, with your newfound essences, do you have enough to begin crafting?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to start making progress on that today?
If I can, yes.
Okay. So, what difficulty did we set your craft to? I could check for that. It should be somewhere in DMs.
Is it possible for Carrick to attempt to work longer than he can, like, reach the point of exhaustion to help finish this?
So is it just a wisdom check?
So, hold on one second. I'm going to answer Carrick's question first.
Oh,
So, Carrick, since Faye still has time left for crafting today, I think I'll allow it. But yes, I will require a Constitution saving throw from you. To
Carrick is like
handle
crazed
this.
and it's just like, we're doing this tonight. We're so close.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Doing it again.
So you may both check again. Hey! Carrick
Nice.
pushes through. His
No.
mind is starting to fade. He's starting to sweat through this process. But every time a question comes up in Faye's mind of some arcane principle she doesn't understand, Carrick does manage to jump in and figure that out, and Faye puts all the pieces together, and you complete this craft. So you may add that item to your inventory. Remind me between sessions, and I can try to make it more official and stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, will do.
Thank you. Nikarth. So this is a DC 15 wisdom check. Rune weaving.
So
I think we said you could use proficiency because you have proficiency with weaver's tools. So this would be a
Sweet.
check with wisdom and proficiency, and you may either make 4 checks today, or you may take 2 take 10s today, where just 10 plus your bonus.
well, I think I'm. How does failure work again?
If you fail 3 times in a row, you lose the craft and the resources. But if you
Okay.
every time you succeed, you wipe your previous failures.
Okay. Then I will start by trying to roll 2 and see where we're at.
All right,
And I'm just gonna roll insight because that's
that
the
works.
same.
Yeah, the same. It's actually kind of fitting. DC 15 is a pass. That is exactly the number you needed.
Okay, that's 1.
2 successes out of
2.
10.
And then we'll just keep rolling with it.
3 successes. 4 successes. A very, very good day. You're almost half done with the craft.
Woo!
As you
It's supposed to be
begin
a 2.5 day craft.
weave
Wonderful.
everything together. Absolutely. Clements, what are you up to?
I suppose just arcane condensing.
All right, making another rainbow thread
Yeah.
bottle. Excellent. Okay, another round
I'm
of
gonna make a
perception
fort.
checks. Please. You're gonna make a fort of rainbow bottles.
Yes.
Perfect. I love it.
Oh no,
Oof.
the hat, it works too well. I'm seeing everything and nothing stands out.
Oh, shit. Perception.
All right. Several of you are very drunk tonight. Whether it's from finally beginning to craft something you've been waiting to craft for months, or finally finishing something that's a bit of a risky craft at times. Unfortunately, none of you are very good at keeping watch tonight, but thankfully, nothing approaches you. The night passes uneventfully. New day, new checks. Carrick drives 8 hours. There are 2 days remaining. What do you all do?
I want to add a brief
Still-
skit. And the prior evening, Faye would have definitely just like stumbled up to Nikarth and be like, "Hey, I got my new tattoo. Fucking hit me, big man, hit me, bitch." You want to just see if they'll do it.
And,
Nikarth, would you hit me?
Descartes, would you be drunk?
What kind of a question is that?
I feel like if it's
Of
the
course.
during the night while we're all partying and celebrating, hell yeah.
Yeah, just asking because whether or not he's too paranoid to drink, I guess. But what are your thoughts, Nikarth?
I forgot I was muted.
Gotcha.
I would probably take a few sips, but not like get super drunk because paranoia.
So
we're on the job.
that makes sense. Faye comes up to you completely drunk, asking for you to hit her, and she has a brand new tattoo, which covers her entire upper body and both arms with this just very ornate, intricate. It's less like a flowy tattoo and more just like almost like scale patterns in different places that kind of interweave in different, very beautiful ways that every time you look at it, you swear it's a little bit different. Would you try to hit Faye?
Very impressive. Instead, I would like to activate the arms. I think I can make my wisdom for a grapple instead.
You could try.
Mm,
Yeah, you can replace strength rolls with wisdom when you have the arms out. That's true.
All right, wonderful. Then instead
it's-
of going for a straight attack, I'm just going to try to grapple you.
So that is athletics, wisdom, and Faye, you may make an athletics or acrobatics check to try to avoid this. Karth, you reach out with your magical arms trying to grab Faye like you've done many times before. This shouldn't be a hard task, and Faye is not a
Wait,
particularly
she's
nimble.
fucking sloshed. Doesn't she have disadvantage?
Good point. Faye, roll again.
Oh no, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Oh no! For a brief moment, Nakareth, you feel this magical resistance as you reach out to grab Faye, and your hand kind of stops just like an inch short, and that surprises you. You grab air, but then your other arm comes around, and Faye is already laughing at you like she has succeeded, and then you completely grab her with the other arm quite easily.
Very good on your tattoo, but remember, you're still not invincible.
What's the in-universe way of saying, you fucker, that's not even against my AC, and that's the only thing that's affected? I say that.
Faye just starts muttering something drunkenly that is incoherent.
Clearly upset.
Yes.
So super flustered.
All right.
And then I'll put you back down. Oh, then I'll just like carry you to your bed.
Beautiful. Thank you.
All right. New day, new checks. Actually, that was a new day, new checks. We got interrupted for last night, so there are still 2 days left. I know it is 9 p.m. Are you guys okay if we just finish out these last couple days and
Yeah,
fine
wrap
with
it
it.
up with arriving? Okay.
I got nothing else to do either.
Yes.
So no more
Let's
checks for me.
just get it. It should only take a couple minutes. So,
Yeah.
Carrick drives 8 hours. There is 1 day left in the journey. What did the rest of you do with your 8 hours of time?
I condensed.
Condensed.
Checks.
More checks.
Insight.
You may. Pass.
1,
2 passes.
2,
3 passes.
3.
1 failure.
Oh, damn.
So you're at
7.
7 out of 10. Yeah, pretty good. Still
Okay.
easily completable tomorrow. Be just in time.
Mm-hmm.
And Faye,
I got nothing else to do.
would you like to just start condensing another essence then?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I'll work on a. Are there any essences that anyone needs? Any rares that anyone needs right now?
I think you can create as a divine soul sorcerer. I believe you could create arcane
I can do
or
arcane and divine.
Yeah.
I'll just start working a divine. May as well.
All right. So you can make 1 day
I'll
of
do 1 day
progress.
and a divine. Yeah.
That works. Out of 7. Round of perception checks, please. Actually, I should ask first. Karek, you do have 2 hours you could use for something if you wish.
Yeah, he was just gonna see if what it would take to create like a loading bay for the ship.
A loading bay.
Yeah, like almost
not
like a little
familiar with
ramp
ships
that
in
could like
general.
just like I'm just imagining like a little like ramp that could pop out that like could extend to the actual ground, allowing people or
Okay.
relatively large objects to be loaded onto the ship.
Gotcha. Let me get back to you between sessions on that, but I will think on what the requirements for that would be, and we'll say tonight Carrick starts just scoping it out and kind of planning a bit.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Perfect. So, yep, round of perception checks. Perfect. One more from Nakarth, if you would. Thank you. Now, as you're approaching Zendrick, Nakarth, you dream again. I mean, every night you have sort of waking dreams that are memories, but you have another strange memory tonight. This time, it's a memory of the previous night. You're approaching Zendrick, you're keeping watch. It's strange. You just had your watch. Now you're keeping watch again, but you're lucid. You're aware this is a dream. But what could have changed? What is different about this dream? You're not sure. And then you wake up. So, new day, new checks. Carrick drives 8 hours, which will put you in Zendrick, finally. However, there are some roles to resolve potentially before then, so Dekarth, you may make your crafting rolls. You have 8 hours, so that could be potentially 4 checks, or you could... 1 success, that wipes away your failure. You are at 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. You may be muted.
I am muted. Sorry, I try to be considerate when I snack.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Appreciate it.
There were 4 checks today, right?
Yeah, you could make up to 4 checks today, yes.
Okay, so the last one I'll just take 10. I don't want to bother having bad luck.
Okay, you take 10 to just really make sure you get the finishing touches on this thing as perfect as possible. You make sure every rune is as accurate as it can be. You make sure that the thing fits as perfectly as it can to your figure. And at the end of the day, you can't find any flaw with this thing. It's perfect. And you call it complete. So,
Nice.
Remind me between sessions, and I will also add that to your inventory.
Thank you, sir.
What was it that you were making, Nakarth?
My robe of reverie. It's my special key battery. So it's like a dark. It shifts between dark gray and yellow. Sorry, how did I say this? Black with gold trim and what did I say? Blue with silver trim or something like that.
Yeah, depending
on the light.
On the light, yeah. It's very interesting how it seems to change shades entirely. Depending on the
a
ambient
little
light.
ethereal.
Indeed.
Very cool.
Very
a
dreamlike.
dreamlike quality.
Yes. Excellent.
One brain cell.
Okay. And the other 2 of you, I assume, will be completing more progress on essences. So you may do that.
Yep.
All right.
And we'll say, Karak, are you okay with spending more time researching the ship and just trying to figure out a good way to go to Loading Dock?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So you spend an extra 2 hours on that, and we'll say that's like your midday break or something. But then you all arrive in Zendrick, and we will pick up next time with you arriving in the port of Stormreach, in the city of pirates on the continent of Chaos.
Excellent.
And we will
Thank
continue
you.
from there.
Hell
See you all next week.
yeah.
Have
See you
a good
next
night.
week. Thank you.
Appreciate the DMing.
Yes, thank you. I apologize for the slightly crunchier session, but we caught up on a lot of stuff. You guys got some goodies out of it, so
Oh, I'm very pleased.
I'm okay with this.
Taylor
I still have
fucking
one more
losing
thing to
it
do.
when
I have
she
to get my.
posted. Oh, he left. Shit.
all right. See you guys later.
Yes.
No, I still need to get someone to fix my necklace.